He woke up to a quiet room filled with beeping sounds and the faint smell of antiseptic. The white ceiling above him was unfamiliar, and his head throbbed with pain. His body felt heavy, as if he had been asleep for a long time. A nurse entered the room, smiled warmly, and told him he had been in a car accident. She called him Mr. Aiden, but he didn't recognize the name. He had no memory of who he was. There were no flashing images in his mind, no names, no faces, only emptiness. The doctor said it was amnesia caused by head trauma. His memories might come back over time, but there was no guarantee. They handed him a bag with his belongings. Inside was a wallet with his ID, a phone with dozens of unread messages, and a small gold wedding ring. That ring raised more questions than answers. He was a groom, or maybe a husband already. But where was his bride? Had she been in the accident too? Was she looking for him? He felt the weight of that little ring like it was a stone pressing against his heart. The phone eventually rang, and a woman's name appeared on the screen. Isla. When he answered, her voice trembled with emotion. She told him she had been waiting for him, that she was his fiancée, that they were supposed to get married that very week. She came to visit him the next day, holding flowers and a photo album. She was soft-spoken, kind, and beautiful in a quiet, earthy way. Her eyes were full of worry, but also patience. She showed him pictures of them together, walking on beaches, laughing in cafes, hugging under blankets. She told him their love story, how they met at a bookshop, how he had proposed under a tree during a rainstorm, how they had planned every detail of their wedding together. He looked at the pictures. He saw the smiles, the closeness, but he felt nothing. Isla tried not to show her hurt. She told him not to worry, that love was more than memory, and they could start again. He didn't say much. He simply watched her, trying to connect this stranger with the deep feelings he was supposed to have. When he was discharged, Isla offered to take him home. She said he had been living with her for almost a year. The apartment was cozy, filled with books and soft lights. There were photos of them everywhere, on shelves, the refrigerator, the nightstand. She had saved all the wedding invitations, the flower samples, even a pair of wedding shoes in a box near the door. Every day she cooked his favorite meals, helped him remember things, and spoke gently about their past. She never forced him to feel anything. She just stayed by his side. Weeks passed and he tried to remember. But instead of memories, he began to see something else. Her effort, her devotion, the quiet sadness in her eyes whenever he turned away. He saw how she smiled even when her heart was breaking, how she never gave up on him. Slowly, her presence became familiar, not because he remembered her, but because she had never left. One morning, he walked past a mirror and saw the wedding ring on his finger again. It no longer felt like a mystery. It felt like a question he was finally ready to answer. That day, he took a walk through the park she said they used to visit often. He sat on a bench and tried not to chase the past. He simply thought about what mattered now. He realized he didn't love her because of their history. He loved her because of who she was in the present, the way she took care of him, the way she never lied or pressured him, the way she gave without expecting anything in return. He might not remember the proposal, but he now knew why he had chosen her. That evening, he returned home and took the photo album in his hands again, not to recall the past, but to start a new story, a story where love wasn't tied to memory, but to choice. He sat beside her and told her something simple, that he wanted to try, not to recover what was lost, but to build something new. Her eyes filled with tears, not of sadness, but hope. They postponed the wedding. Not because the love was gone, but because they wanted to fall in love all over again. And they did. Slowly, sweetly, day by day. A few months later, when he proposed to her again, with the same ring but a new heart, he did it not because he remembered the past, but because he saw the future.